Welcome back to another lecture on fluid mechanics. Today we will be discussing about flow of a liquid or flow of a fluid through pipeline systems. So what is a pipeline system? A pipeline system is a number of pipes which are connected either in series or they are connected parallelly, or there is a branching in this pipeline systems. Okay. See, for example, we have a figure here which you can see, and we have two reservoirs marked as A and B, and the water level in this reservoir is different, right? And these two reservoirs have been connected by a number of pipes. Okay, so here particularly there are three pipes and they have been connected serially one after the another. So this type of network, pipe network, is known as pipes connected in series. Okay, now we can also have pipes that will be connected between these two reservoirs parallelly. So how will that look like? Let's see. Suppose the pipe is one pipe, might be like this. Okay, this is a rough diagram. Okay, so ignore the mistakes. Okay, so I think it is clear now. See, initially there is one big pipe and then it is getting branched, or it is getting divided into two other pipes. Okay, and then again it is joining and going into the reservoir B. So this type of arrangement in the pipes is known as pipes which are connected parallelly. Okay, so these are basically parallelly connected pipes. There can be other types of branchings also, which we will see in the subsequent videos, but for now we will only be discussing about these pipes, what is the head loss due to the pipes which have been connected in series, and etc, etc. Well, okay, so we have these two reservoirs marked as A and B, and the difference in head, or the difference in the water surface level between the water in A and B, is denoted as capital H. Okay, so this is the total head loss. Okay, right? So one thing you should remember is that the difference between the water levels between any two reservoirs is also the head lost, or the loss of energy between those two reservoirs. Clear? Now these two reservoirs have been connected by three pipes. First pipe, the length of the first pipe is L1, diameter D1. Okay, and the coefficient of friction through the first pipe is F1. Similarly, for the other two pipes, that is for pipe 2 and pipe number 3, the length, diameters and coefficient of frictions are given. Okay, now you see that the diameter is not constant throughout the entire piping network. It is changing. The first pipe has a certain diameter, the second pipe undergoes a certain contraction, means its diameter is slight smaller than the previous one, and then again it is changing. It is again the diameter is enlarging, and the third pipe is having a certain bigger diameter than the other two pipes. Right, now pipe is flowing, water is flowing through these pipes, and the velocity of motion, the velocity or the motion of flow is denoted as V1 in pipe 1, in pipe 2 it is V2, and in pipe 3 it is V3. Okay, now what you have to do is that you have to calculate the head that is lost between these two reservoirs. Okay, so when you are calculating head loss, then what are the parameters that needs to be considered? The head loss or the energy loss mainly occurs because of the frictional forces that exist between the fluid and the pipe. Okay, and also due to certain other minor losses. Okay, these minor losses are mainly due to sudden expansion in pipe, or a sudden contraction or in pipe, or due to some pipe fittings, or when water is entering into a pipe, or when water is exiting from a pipe. These minor losses come into play, right? So in a previous video, I had explained what are the type of energy losses that might take place when flow is taking inside a pipe, right? So it is mainly classified into major energy losses and minor energy losses. The major energy losses occur mainly due to friction, and the head loss due to friction is given by this equation, that is 4FL V square by D into T 2G. F is coefficient of friction, L is length of pipe, V is the velocity of flow, D is the diameter of pipe, and G is the acceleration due to gravity. Whereas under minor energy losses, we have several conditions. Okay, 7 to 8 conditions. So first we have minor energy loss due to sudden expansion, that is when the diameter expanding suddenly. Then we have loss due to sudden contraction in pipes. We have loss of head at the entrance of pipe, okay, whenever water or some fluid is entering into a different pipe, right? Then we have loss of head when water is exiting from a pipe, okay. And again we have, suppose we have an obstruction, suppose a boulder or a stone inside a pipe, due to which there will be a change in the flow of pipe, okay, and hence there can be head loss. And then we have loss of head due to different pipe fittings and pipe bendings, okay. Now from here, by using these conditions, by using these conditions, we have to calculate the loss of head that is occurring in this pipe system, okay. Now let me show you a diagram, okay. So this is a very rough representation of what I had shown you here, okay. This is the same thing. Let me explain. This is the first reservoir and this is the second reservoir marked as B. And these two reservoirs have been connected by 3 pipes, okay. Now, whenever, wait, let me show you. Okay, so initially the water is in this reservoir. Now, whenever at this point the water is entering the pipe, when the water is just entering the pipe from the reservoir, that is at this section or at this junction, that is when water is just entering, what happens? Certain head loss will take place. And this head loss takes place due to what? Due to entrance in pipe, okay. Whenever water is entering into the pipe from this reservoir, there will be certain amount of head loss. So at this junction, certain head loss is occurring due to the water entering into the pipe, okay, due to the commencement of a new pipe, right? And what is the value of the head loss? It is given by 0.5 V1 square by 2G, okay. So this is evident. You can, if you check with all the conditions stated here, okay, for minor energy losses, right? So the loss of head at the entrance of pipe is taken as 0.5 V square by 2G. Now that is the same value which I have taken here, 0.5 V1 square by 2G, where V1 is what? V1 is the velocity of flow in pipe 1, right? Now, at this point, at this section, what happens? You can see that there is a sudden decrease in the diameter of the pipe, okay. At this section, suddenly there is a decrease in the diameter of pipe, or there is a sudden contraction, and hence due to this encounter, what happens? Again, another amount of head loss will take place, right? So what is that? It is loss due to sudden contraction in the diameter of pipe, and it is also given as 0.5 V2 square by 2G, right? 0.5 V2 square. V2 is the velocity of flow in this pipe, okay. Now again, come to this section. See what is happening? There is a sudden expansion in the diameter of the pipe, Okay, there is a sudden expansion in the pipe. Hence, what happens when water is passing this section, when water is passing through this section, a sudden head loss will again come into action. Okay, it will again occur. And what is the value of that head loss due to sudden expansion in pipe? It is V2 minus V3 whole square divided by 2g. V2 minus V3 whole square divided by 2g. V2 is the velocity of flow in this pipe. That is the second one. And V3 is the velocity of flow in the third pipe, right? Now, come to this point, come to this section. Again, when water is passing this section, what happens? See, the pipe is basically, the water is basically exiting this pipe. Okay, so whenever water is encountering an exit from a pipe, again another amount of head loss will take place. Okay, and that head loss is given as V3 square by 2g. V3 square, remember this 3 will be in the suffix, V3 square by 2g. Okay, you can compare all the conditions, okay, from the chart of the energy loss. I will give you the give you the link of that video where I had explained the different type of energy losses in the description box. You can go and check it. Okay, now mainly we have 4 types of minor energy losses taking place when pipe is flowing from here to here, that is from the first reservoir to the last reservoir, right? So we have 4 types of minor energy losses. Now, apart from the minor energy losses, we will also have the energy loss due to friction. Okay, energy loss due to friction is nothing but the major energy losses. Now we have 3 pipes with 3 types of coefficient of friction. Hence, there will be energy loss in this pipe, a major energy loss in this pipe. There will be another major energy loss in this pipe, and there will be a third type of major energy loss in this pipe. And what is the formula? The formula is given as head loss due to friction is equal to 4 F L V square divided by D into 2G. D into 2G. Right? So F is coefficient of friction. We have 3 different coefficient of friction for 3 pipes. For this we have F1. For the second one we have F2. Okay. And for the third one we will be having F3. So you have to calculate the head loss due to friction in these 3 different pipes using this formula thrice, right? So we are having 3 types of major energy losses. So total there are how many types of energy losses happening? There are 7 types of energy losses happening, out of which 3 are due to major loss. 3 are major, MAJ, better I write like this, and 4 types of minor energy loss. Okay, so from here we can say that the total head loss, okay, I will have to, I think, delete all the drawings. So from here we can say that the total head loss capital H is equal to, see, this is the total head loss capital H is equal to the minor head loss, major head loss, minor head loss due to, okay, this is due to the entrance of pipe. Then we have the major head loss at pipe 1. Then we have the minor head loss when there is a sudden contraction in pipe. Then we have another major head loss due to friction in the second pipe. Then we have head loss, minor head loss due to, what was that? This is, where is my, okay, due to sudden expansion. And then we have the major head loss due to friction in the third pipe. And again, we have the minor head loss when water is exiting the pipe, right? So this is how you have to calculate the total head loss. And as per continuity equation, you know that the discharge through this pipe, the first pipe, will be equal to the discharge through the second pipe, and again it will be equal to the discharge through the third pipe. Okay, so A1 V1, okay, this is the formula for discharge. It is equal to the product of area of pipe or area of the cross section through which flow is taking place, and V is the velocity. Okay, so A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2, and that is equal to A3 V3. Now in these type of piping networks, okay, what you have to calculate ultimately is the discharge which is occurring through those networks. Okay, so eventually you have to calculate the head loss. Okay, or suppose head loss, the value of total head loss is given, and you have to calculate the velocity, and then eventually you have to calculate the total discharge that is taking place through the pipe or the pipeline system. Okay, so this is the theoretical portion. Okay, before moving on to a problem, I will just tell you how to calculate the total head loss by ignoring the minor energy losses. See, if you ignore the minor energy losses, this is your minor energy loss, this is minor energy loss, this is again your minor energy loss, and this is your minor energy loss. So if you ignore these four terms, then what you are getting? You are getting head loss due to friction in pipe 1 plus head loss of friction due to pipe 2 plus head loss of loss of head due to friction in pipe 3. Okay, so this is what I've written here. See, if minor losses are neglected, then the equation will become like this. Okay, so that is how you can calculate the total head loss. Okay, so in the next video, we will be taking up a problem, and we will try to solve the problem from the equations which are given here, or from the expressions which are given here. And I will share the link of that video in this description box. You can go and check it if you like this video. And don't forget to like my video. If you want to get subscribed into more such videos, if you want the notifications, then definitely click on the subscribe button. Okay, till then, take care and goodbye.